Okay, so I think the first point to say is that, we respect and we are open to anyone raising any form of concerns around any parts of our platforms. Whether it's ATMs or cards or online, we really appreciate both the public at large and obviously the professionals. If there are investigators out there with views, what it should do, it shouldn't do, or people with solutions or what they think we should be exploring and implementing. So we pride ourselves that we apply best practice globally on these things, but we are very open to reviewing what people feel are vulnerabilities. So I think that was a very important point. So what we did is we then evaluated clearly the allegations or the concerns that were raised, both the cases that we had that had been brought to our attention. After thorough investigation, we were confirmed phishing incidents, which we shared with the customers. And then, we're open to if there's any other information to come out, we'll address. But what's important to look at, what for us is important, is that investigation process does two things. One is if we did something wrong, then clearly if we need to improve, we improve, and we always learn from these things. But secondly, we must make sure that if we were wrong, then we must fix up with our customers and put them, into minimizing the impact as much as possible. I mean, fraud is emotional. I mean, whether someone steals your cell phone or your money, as we said, it is very emotional, and we treat it with a lot of sensitivity. What is difficult is to play investigations out in the media, because what you do is, all it does is tips off whoever is busy with whatever, modus operandi in the first place, and it becomes very difficult. It's the same with criminal cases. That's why the police don't make, statements on specific, investigations, if it's murders or whatever. It's hard to play it out in the media. So we take these challenges to heart, and we reflect on it a lot. There's always a little bit of an incident or two. There's always good that comes out of it. And what's been good out of the process is the amount of customer education that has hit the different various media platforms across the country. We couldn't have paid for education programs that gave us this amount of exposure. So we're delighted with that, because make no mistake, the world out there is out to get and steal people's money. What is important also in this message is that banks would never, and I don't think there's a bank globally, so I can say it on their behalf, that will ever ask you to put in your passwords or OTPs on some link on an email. They might send you a little brochure email, and send you a little flyer or something on an email, or your statements get linked to an email. But to be asked to actually input your passwords or OTPs onto an email with a link on it, people must always delete that stuff. It just is just looking for trouble. What's also interesting for us is that how fast can we respond? Because in the matters of fraud, clearly you've got three components. First is you try and prevent it in the first place. So like even at ATMs, we put cameras and stuff so it looks better lit. People, the crime hopefully doesn't come there. The second thing is, once it happens, we must detect it quickly, because the faster we detect it, then we're able to resolve it quickly. And I think that resolution, which is the third part, is where we're delighted that what happened with these two cases, we've been able to, because of the quick response and the quick notification was brought to us by the customers, obviously, we were able to recover. The majority of the money actually was recovered. So that all actually, in the end, was a very good experience for us in the week. What's next for us is clearly we must continue the process of entrenching this let's call it the safety of our program, that we're comfortable with what we've got on our platforms, and to give people that comfort that they can interact and continue with their lives as business as usual. Where we're sitting at the moment, we're currently going through our budget process, and our programs get reviewed. As customers know, once a year we come up with new pricing options and stuff like that. eBucks always had some element of change. We're not predicting major changes this year. Last year people were predicting us that we would be changing it a lot because interchange rates, changed so much. I'm happy to report that actually interchange, came and gone, and we actually increased our rewards generosity by 25%. So we're in a good space with our eBucks program. But what's nice is it's maturing, that it's getting a lot more components into what we can reward you. You'll recall early days it was only credit card rewards. Then we added current account rewards, and we've added assets, now the investment worlds. So we're hoping that customers will recognize that we're adding more generosity and obviously also trying to simplify the thing over time. So So it's a journey, but we're committed to hopefully reducing as much of the complexity and making it simpler for customers.